Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Perfect Tower 2, second series. I don't know how to call it. Laboratory. 2 parts. Why? That's because we reach era. And what you see, don't worry about spoilers, but I am in MT15 in real life, and I'm gonna need the lab to really push it and finish it off. Well, as much as possible. So, of course, I wanted to cover this. And the reason why I waited is to be advanced enough to really cover every element. So the first part, which is today, we'll cover all the way up to this. There you go. And then tomorrow all the way, or the day after, all the way up to here. And here I'll make some comments. I'm not ready to do this yet. I'll explain why. And let's get started. So I'm going to start with fire. So you can start very early, by the way, in the laboratory. I neglected it a fair bit. I didn't need it too much until very late in my adventures. You're gonna see that later in the series. I don't want to spoil it. So to be able to prestige, you need to reach a certain temperature. Of course, it's not that high when you start, but there's a reason. I just pushed this experiment a little further because I wanted to see something and prove something to you. You're gonna see in a moment. So I'm ready to prestige because I did reach indeed my goal temperature. So we got heaters, which increase in temperature. We have insulators, which reduce the temperature, so you have to upgrade them so you don't lose as much. At 110, 100. Max is a pretty bad button because it burns all your resources. And tickers is how fast is a tick, so you heat the thing up faster. So you at the beginning it's super cheap, so you upgrade everything you can, and eventually temperature goes up, and then you prestige. This prestige. When you prestige, this happens. Heat will be reset, heaters will be reset, insulators will be reset, tickers will be reset. You might wonder why are they crossed out? That's because of 3 beautiful upgrades there. I'll give you a little trick on how to get them, and maybe they really help. So it just removes the negative prestige effect of 4 elements each. See? Electricity, darkness, etc. Neutral, universal, gem, and exotic. Yeah. 4 times 3, that's 12 experiment. One trick, if you want exotic skills when you start, what I recommend you do is you go on the statue of Cubus and 5 bosses, and you're gonna get exotic gems. If you increase the difficulty of bosses and kill them, you get better amounts of exotic gems. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll look at goals here. So you have goals. Certain temperatures will give you a bunch of modules. There you go. I'm a bit tired today. I hope it doesn't sound like that too much. So I am using these 2 right now, but of course my module changes all the time. Maybe this one, I'm not sure. Now, the reason why I spent time on this in my first attempt to record this is I think the maximum fire damage 200%, and I think the maximum resistance is 99%, and I want to max it out. It's 1%. Okay, so it's 1 point each. So what I'll do is prestige again. As you can see, it's going up slowly. So I might not be able to reach the maximum, unfortunately, in this video. So what I'll do is part 2. Somewhere I'll max out these 2 to verify if it's indeed 200% and 99%. I'm almost completely certain. Once you reach that and you have all the muscles, you're done. You don't have to do it anymore. Okay, so that's fire. I could try again, but I don't think it's gonna work out too well. We'll come back to it maybe. Okay, water now. To be able to prestige, there are certain requirements. Prestige unlocks at 7 degrees with a minimum field of 300 liters. I have more than this. But when you start, there are different requirements. But the only way to make progress with this is to prestige, so you can buy more upgrades. And we'll look at that. I don't understand them all fully, by the way. I'll be honest. But you can play around with them to really understand what they do. So I'm going to prestige here. And there's 2 things. So reduce the price multiplier for upgrade price by 8%, as well as increase the charge rate of the battery and the cooling rate by 3%. That's really strong. So the goal, by the way, is to cool down the water. Provide 1 free upgrade per level. So let's go with this, okay, because I want the charge rate of my battery, I'll explain that, and the cooling rate. Now, why can I do it multiple times? Give me a sec. Prestige on, oh yeah, I know why. Let's go back to Prestige. I'm going to Prestige again. You see? That's, again, because of this, I have a huge advantage. Normally, all upgrade, I'm going to show it for each. Upgrades, water, temperature, time in mode will be set to idle. Anyways, everything resets. You prestige, you start over until you have these. These are so marvelous, again, these 3, right? So that's why I can prestige multiple times in a row, because my tank stays like this, the temperature stays like this. So the requirement goes up. Now unlock at 4 degrees, 600 liters. So I just need to put water in this thing. And you need, I didn't buy any upgrades yet, by the way. We'll look at them. You need some power to do anything. Whether it's freeze the water or fill your tank. I just reached my goal, see? No, okay. I'm just gonna cool it off. Hold on. There you go. I reached my goal. Let's upgrade this some more and look at the upgrades. Now, 3 degrees with 700 degrees, so we'll do it. 700 liters. So these upgrades, normally they reset, but now they don't anymore. Because, once again, I have this this thing I was talking about. But they will go back. So I maxed out certain things, so let's try to figure out. So 16 liters per second is maxed out. The volume of the tank, it will be important to upgrade. Because I have higher goals. Overfill, so I would assume you can go above the limit of what your tank can hold. Overfill, right? If I make a mistake, let me know in the comments. I often make mistakes, unfortunately, when I try to explain things in this game. Maximum battery, power usage, battery charge per tick. I'm gonna call it a tick. You can overcharge your battery, okay. Battery boost. I've been using those. It's an exponent. It's just, I don't know how strong that is. A time boost battery. So the longer, I think it's the longer you've been upgrading something, the faster it goes. So here I don't have all the muzzles yet. That's why I need to make this video. We'll go back to the experiment. They want 700 liters and 3.852 watts per second. See, you see how it goes up? That is what I was talking about, the time boost. So the longer you've been doing something, the more it goes up. So all I have to do is increase how many liters there is in the tank, and I'll be able to prestige again, and so on, okay? So that's what it is about. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, of course. And plus 6% damage. Remember, maximum is 200. We're pretty far. Now this, you see I have all the, I'm really nature based on my muzzle. I have all the possible muzzles. Now, prestige for this is a bit strange. So let's just pick up those plants. So you can attribute a worker. I'm going to show you later at the end of the video the workers, what they can do in the power plant. Of course, in the laboratory, of course, you can use AI to do this, but man, yeah, gotta get pretty good with it. Much better than I am. So the way I do it, I go with random stuff. I'm just gonna go like this, maybe hot, you know, I go random. And I'll tell you why. It's just for the beginning. Whoops. I'm not clicking with the same thing that was there before. If it's well, you can go with the clues too. So when I do, hold on, let's look at the clues. Botany. I've been going completely random and all sorts of plants appeared. Okay, but you can follow clues. So I need a chili friend. Okay, he needs a chili friend. So I would assume they're the same. So this is for the little flowers here. You need a chili friend. I might get these two. So I'm gonna go like this. But for the rest, I'm just gonna go with random stuff completely like that. You see this? This is my worker watering my plants. There's no way I'll be able to do this by hand. It would be a pure nightmare. You would just sit there and wait. So thank God for workers. You wait and then the plants will grow. Now I can prestige. I got 2697 plants that I picked up. And there's a tool replant. I haven't used that, but I can prestige a bunch of times. And when you do, well, I should prestige. When you do, it increases your growth speed by 10%. Again, all plants will be removed. All tires will be unwatered. All plant points will be reset. Because of this again, it stays. It's beautiful, right? And I can do this a lot because maybe several times, not 20 times, but you saw I got in the 2000s. Oh, well, no, okay, the price goes up though. So let's prestige to the max. So it's gonna be faster. And everything stays here. So we'll let these grow and we'll come back. See if we got a new plant or two. This one. Okay, this one. Let me just look for a moment. What am I doing right now? Okay, I've been compressing. So let's look at the goals. I got all the muzzles again. Let's go claim max 200%. Here we go. Here's the maximum, so I don't have to worry about the fire. And I did the maximum, but I'm gonna still work. I'm gonna still show you how this thing works. Let's say prestige. So in the prestige, you have reduce the stability loss during a compression by 20%. Increase the stability regeneration in stabilized mode. I'll talk about that. Increase the speed at which the compression bar adjusts by 30% and raise the amount of mass produced by drills by 12%. You can tell which one I went with. And all this gets reset. I'll let you read. Okay. So how does it work? First thing you gotta do. Now, of course, these will all reset normally, but they don't, again, because of this. First, you drill. Okay, my density. Okay, so I think I got enough density for prestiging. Let's just get rid of these. Come on, are you serious? There is a density goal, okay, to be able to prestige. But of course I'm done with this experiment completely. You know what? I remember in my old series, it was also the first experiment I was done with. I'm 99% certain. How many prestige do I have to make so I can play this thing? Come on, man. Let's just continue. It's gonna be absolutely insane when I do this thing. Gotta click like this, of course it's not ideal. So what I'll do is I'll continue doing this and we'll be right back. I'll do a drum cut. I don't have a choice of do live commentary here. Okay, I don't have enough money. Look how expensive it is. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make this fill. What happens is if you go quick and dangerous while you do compression, it's not recommended. I'll explain later when this thing fails. The whole thing collapses. Why am I doing this? Look, I need 1.9 E10 kilogram of mass, and it's not the density, it's the mass that determines whether or not you prestige. So it's stuck. It's not letting me prestige because I don't have enough money. Well, I do if I want to, but it gets so expensive. There's no way. I got almost 4 orders of magnitudes more than the required mass. So we're just gonna let stability go down and come back to it. Might as well check our two plants here, see if it's gonna work out. So if I go in botany, chili friend, hot buddy, is it gonna work? I want one friend during the day. That's what I got. So it didn't work at all. So these are cryptic clues. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to figure them out. I got this one by accident. I'll try to figure them out, and then so I want a cold army. I could try this one. Like, I want a cold army. That would be a second. First, second. So he wants a cold army. So if I can go like this. Wait, some are. Let me just get rid of this. Some are cryptic. So what I'll do is I'll do my best to figure it all on my own because it's more fun. But if I can't, at the very end, I'm gonna look at the wiki. No, I have a choice. I think there's an achievement related to this. So I want a cool army. Let's see if it's gonna work out. Gotta wait. And this is at 37%. We'll come back to it. Let's go to electricity now. Hey, electricity is pretty smooth now. They reworked it, and it's much better. So we have increases the total voltage provided by each coil by 30%, or you lower the resistance. I would go probably, and once again it makes me prestige again for the same reason. I would go probably 341 or something. Doesn't really matter. It's not very complicated anyways. All the wires are downgraded to by 1. Energy will be set to 0. Is gone, of course, because of this. Once again, energy production plus 5% multiplicatives. So you gotta reach a certain goal in energy to be able to prestige. And look how much energy I have compared to the prestige. So if I prestige, I could prestige several times. As you can see, I was more than ready to make this video, wasn't I? Okay, so what you do in this exercise, you know, call it an exercise. You open this. Now everything stays, unfortunately, but it starts very small and you make it bigger. You click, and then the core gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you have a bunch of well, they all maximized already, but okay, in this case they're not. Okay, that's cool. So you have, okay, yeah, so I remember now. It used to, let's say you go on this one, it would be like maybe 4 or 5 sections. You click on this and it adds a bunch of little sections, and you know, you can click like this and go here. That looks like a lot of fun, isn't it? But there's a nice trick. Okay, maximize, and it tells you the price too, just in case, right? But you don't have to maximize. When you start, maybe you go like this, but I think it's more expensive if you have smaller coils, but it's very natural. It's a very natural thing. There isn't much to say in this portion of the guide. So all I have to do myself is prestige non-stop and continue doing this. I can prestige again and, you know, upgrade like this, get more voltage. It goes up. Did I reach a goal? So 1.037 E26. So there's a little bit of resistance. Maybe I can. Doesn't go up that fast, right? No, it's because maybe I didn't upgrade those. There you go. And you keep going. Last one is this one. So I got all of the, again, I got all the modules, and I didn't do too much of it. It's not 100% pleasant. Remember, we're going to look at workers, what they can do. Now, when you prestige, arc upgrade will reset, noise upgrade will reset. Base level of grades raises by 1. Particles need to prestige. Particle needed to prestige will be deducted. Again, this, right? None of this happening. Now, I want this. So, provide a chance to receive multiple particle upon collecting one. So, this is very, very strong, and that's what I'm going with all the time. You have lowered the total maximum distance between the current position and the particle. So there's a particle far away, and you try to catch it. But I'm going with multipliers right now. I'll explain why in a second. Increase the range at which particles become visible in the scanning area. As well as the movement speed of the detector. Reduce total amount of particles needed in order to proceed. Maybe I can do that, I don't know. So, normally, okay, so it's unfortunate I can't play with this. So this is the speed at which the particle moves. I always keep it to the max, and when I find a particle, it's gonna move like this. But I can slow it down if I want to, and it's gonna slow down, and it's gonna enter this area. But you don't really need it. I keep this all to the max. There's gonna be so much noise though, so much noise. This I always keep it to the max also for the whole experience. So you take the disc, which is normally not that big, or normally it's very small. There's so much noise, but I'm gonna try to describe the best I can. You go around and then you start seeing activity. So this is easy because I'm maxed out. So all I have to do is wait, and then he's gonna create some sort of sine wave. You just gotta find the strongest signal, and it's starting to get there already. And then see, I'm going toward the right direction. It's in the red. I hit collect, and I got 56 this time. But if there's tons of noise, and maybe you might, I don't know if you look at my old video, if it's still like this, you barely see anything. So the trick is you move around. Now, the first thing you should work on is noise, 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 noise. So if you don't have enough money, you may want to wait a little bit for darkness. You really want to reduce this noise. You move the disc, and it's very noisy, but you're going to see these clean lines sort of pop up, and you'll see some more activity with a darker, instead of all this noise that would be like this. In fact, I'm going to insert a, I know what to do. I'm going to find a clip, and I'll insert it at the end of the video, okay? So you can see what I mean. It's better this way. But you're going to start seeing, as I said, some activities sort of starts moving. It's just very, very noisy. So concentrate on reducing noise. The arc is nice. You can increase the arc a little bit. I forgot the amount that they cost. So I'll look at my old video and I'll just show you that. Okay, so let's check this again, and don't forget to check at the end of the video for the sequence I was talking about regarding my old lab guide. So let's pick up all these plants and see if I got it right. Botany. I like it cold. I want a cold army. I don't know what you mean. So I could try something else once again. A cold army. What if I went like this? Whoops. Remove this. So that's how you do it. I think I got one by accident, but I did, see, because it went up. 41 plants. There you go. So this time I'm gonna go and go like this. So everybody's cold but him. Last time everybody was cold, period. I don't know. This is all messed up, and we can reset. And now I can explain Earth finally. So first thing you do, you're gonna drill. You can upgrade your drills and get new drills. Okay, I got them all, but you get a point. You spend as much as you can on the drills, make them better. You start and you're gonna drill. When you drill, you accumulate some mass. Here, you accumulate some mass. You can let it drill for a while, quite a while. Hours, days, I don't know. For a long time. Experiment, play with it. You see, it's an easy experiment. If you're careful, never go quick and dangerous. You saw how I hit reset, it just destroyed the whole thing and you have to reset. You don't want that. So what I recommend to do is, let's say you're done drilling. Of course, I would drill for longer than this. Let's say you're done, you go. Let's look at one thing for quick and dangerous. If I go quick and dangerous, and I can give it a certain intensity if I want to. But then I want it to stabilize. I hit stabilize, and it stabilizes. Okay, but it will be much lower, but it's dangerous. So what's best is slow and safe. Slow and safe, activate. Yeah, slow and safe will compress without stability ever going down, and density will go up. And the higher the density, the more you get stuff. But we've got everything here. Alright, so that's it. And again, don't forget to check because it was hard to explain what I meant with the noise for the dark experiment. Next video, which will be tomorrow or the day after, we'll cover this and I'll talk about this. If you have any question, any comment, don't hesitate. If I made a mistake, please let me know and I'll issue correction. It seems like I make a lot of mistakes lately, but this is a very difficult game to explain, although it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy it very much, and we'll continue. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Just one little thing that I forgot to mention. If I buy auto replant, it's a one-time thing. And what's nice is I have auto harvest, and it will harvest these plants all the time, increasing this number so I can prestige more, because when you prestige, growth speed is higher. So I forgot this element. This footage is from a YouTuber called Kulflame. Check his channel in the description. He has a lot of noise right now, but he has a nice trick. Keeps the bar very low, then moves the dial until there's some activity, makes it peak as high as possible and stays there.